Final day of the current session.
With a major tax shift bill still up in the air, it's possible lawmakers don't solve that question tomorrow, and we'll have to come back for a special session. Brian Mastery live now with the details. Hey, Brian.
Jacqueline, John, the last day of the legislature, usually it's ceremonial, but that won't be the case tomorrow. There's a lot of heavy lifting. Speaker John Arch of La Vista told me in the last half hour that a special session is in the realm of possibilities. That's because there are just so many moving parts here. It's hard to say right now if there are enough votes to overcome a filibuster. The reason for that comes down to major changing in taxes. New taxes to offset property taxes. Remember, Governor Pillen wants to shift $1 billion through either new revenue or ending exemptions to fix high property taxes. And I'm told there will be a filibuster tomorrow night, meaning 33 votes will be needed to overcome it. The second round had just 28 votes.
The issue at the heart of our struggles this year has been finding the revenue. We are always interested in lowering property taxes, but how do we find general fund revenue? How do we find state fund revenue to reduce the burden on the local property tax owner and property taxpayer? And that's what we're struggling with, is the location of that revenue.
If you've been following along for the last few weeks, there have been a ton of ideas on the table. New taxes on candy and soft drinks, taxing services that were exempt before, like digital advertising, veterinary care. Small businesses have been pushing back a lot on that. A general sales tax increase is no longer on the table. I asked longtime Lincoln Senator Danielle Conrad, who came back after being term limited, what she expects tomorrow.
I think it will be a real nail biter to see whether or not that measure can survive filibuster. And it's such an unusual bill. This is my 10th year in the Nebraska legislature, and I've ever seen a bill that has such strange politics as perhaps this measure. And I think that really tells you a lot. It tells you that everybody's trying to work in good faith to do what they think is right when it comes to delivering, hopefully, some additional dose of property tax relief.
Besides taxes and revenue bills, the last item on the agenda is a backup plan to last year's Opportunity Scholarships, tax credits for private schools. Remember, voters could reject that in November, so lawmakers created another version where the state puts the money up directly. The session gets started at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Speaker Arch believes the day should wrap up sometime mid-afternoon. Again, it's possible the 49 senators could be called back over taxes if there isn't enough support. On your side, Brian Mastery, 6 News.